In this lesson, we are going to learn how to work with the camera, how to manipulate, move around, rotate, and things like that. This lesson is part of my full course called Ultimate 3D Content Creation in Blender from Beginners to Pro on Udemy. In that course, you can learn modeling, shading, texturing, lighting, rendering, sculpting, and texture painting, and also how to use modifiers, add-ons, and plus animation in Blender in more than 200 lessons. We will also make 6 real-life projects from scratch. So if you're interested, the links to the coupon code and referrals are in the description below. So let's go. If you have a camera in your scene, you can look at the scene with the camera by pressing numpad 0, as you can see, because I have a camera here. So let's go to solid. This one is the camera. I'm looking with from the camera now. And if you don't have a camera, of course, you can add a camera with Shift A, or you can come here and add a camera. Now we have added a camera. Let's bring it here and rotate so that it looks at the gun. Our gun is very huge, gigantic gun, right? So let's look from this camera. Let's press numpad 0. Oh, we cannot look through this camera. If we press numpad 0, we still look from this camera because this is currently the active camera. If we want this camera to be active, we can press select this camera and press Ctrl 0. Now this camera is active. Yeah, and now we want to move this camera from here to here. We want to look at the gun from this side. Let's bring it G, Y, and R, Z, and yeah. And now let's look at from the camera. Yeah, it's okay, but there is a faster way. If we want to look at the gun from, for example, this angle, we don't have to bring the camera manually. We can do it automatically by there is a shortcut. So just press Ctrl Alt and 0 and the camera will come to this view. So Ctrl Alt and 0, 0, Ctrl 0, and Ctrl Alt and 0. Now you learn 3 things, 3 shortcuts, right? Now let's learn how to move the camera around. When you look from the camera to at the scene, for example, with the 0, you can select the camera, make it active selection, and press G to move the camera around. You can press G, you can press R to rotate the camera, and you can also do this. Press G and press middle mouse button once, and move your cursor up and down to zoom in or out, in and out of the camera. It's actually bringing the camera closer to the object or further away. It is not changing the focal length of the camera. If I bring it further away, you can see the camera went further away from the object. So it's just moving the camera up and down. And actually you can at the bottom of the screen you can see shortcuts here like G, snap, toggle, and there is one last thing I'd like to show you. It is called locking the camera to view. It's here. Press numpad, press N on your keyboard and go to, if you're somewhere else, go to view and come here to view lock and select this camera, lock camera to view. If you press this, that's the best option to bring your camera anywhere you want in a good way, in a fast and easy way. Camera will always follow the view. Bring the camera to wherever you want and just uncheck this, because if you don't, it will follow the view. Now if you press 0, you can add this to favorites whenever you need. You can quickly You don't have to come here and come to view and turn this on. You can just add this to quick favorites. Just right click on it, and I already added it to quick favorites. You just right click and add to quick favorites. Quick favorites are a little menu, shortcut menu, where you can add your favorite options, favorite properties, favorite settings that you always want to change. And you bring this quick favorites menu with Q, and you can see there is one thing here. Just turn this on and you can move